Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live from the middle school gym on the campus of Wilmington High School. We've got girls high school basketball tonight. We have the Lady Cane hosting the Clinton-Massie Falcons. Clinton-Massie is 7-0, 8-0. They're undefeated. And Wilmington, what were they, AJ?
2-4.
2-4. All right. This is your first girls event. But anyway, we will be bringing you live audio, and of course our delayed video will be on our website tomorrow, sometime around 1 to 3, something like that. I've got videos stacked up that I've got to get on the website. But anyway, as usual, all Hurricane sports are brought to you by Bogart's Southern Barbecue. Marty Bogart bringing you Hurricane sports. 937-655-8100, 975 South Street, Wilmington, Ohio, Monday and Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., Wednesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Bogart Southern Barbecue. He promised Charlie last night when we were at East Clinton that he would be feeding us sometime in the near future. So anyway...
Just because he promises Charlie that he's going to feed Charlie doesn't mean he's going to feed Charlie and not feed me if I'm not there.
Well, who knows? But I have one thing that we both agreed on is if he's going to feed Charlie, he's going to go into big debt. Charlie can eat some barbecue, I'm sure.
You know what I will say is the barbecue that Bogarts provides for their customers in the community is just absolutely amazing. We've had their sandwiches the last couple of years, a couple of the football games. If you haven't had a great barbecue in a really long time, you need to go over to Bogart's because Marty's cooking up the best barbecue in the world. I'm telling you that right now. And it's authentic because he was born and raised in Memphis.
Yeah, it's that Southern barbecue. Well, AJ, we're off there. We had another game earlier tonight. Well, actually this afternoon, and that was men's college basketball from Wilmington College. What was the score of that?
John Carroll 84, Wilmington 68.
So, and John Carroll was ranked 11th, so the Wilmington men really hung with them. I didn't see him getting blown out by any stretch of the imagination.
No, we wanted to talk about this, but we had to, pack everything up and get over here too. That Wilmington Quaker team, they are a very young basketball team. There are only two people that are starters that have experience actually playing before this season. That was Zach McCorkle and Christian Jones. So, that says a lot for them to hang in with two ranked teams in the past couple weeks as they hung in there with Marietta and they hung in, who's ranked 9th, and they hung in there with 11th ranked John Carroll today. So, it just shows you right there that, yes, they're a little inexperienced when it comes to times, but they're going to learn later in the year how to finish ball games, how to be able to produce, quality wins against teams. And maybe, when that OAC tournament comes around, they could surprise a lot of people, maybe even, pull out an upset victory in the OAC tournament somehow, some way, and end up sneaking into the NCAA tournament. I don't know if that's going to happen, but anything can happen in college basketball, and especially in high school basketball as well.
I didn't get an opportunity to talk with the Massie coaches before the start of this ball game. The junior varsities played, obviously, before this game. What was the final score on that?
Clinton-Massie won the JV game 35-11. Wilmington jumped out to a 5-point lead in that ball game in the first quarter, but they only scored 6 more points after that, and Massie just started to run away with it. A lot of Wilmington players got in foul trouble early on in that game. So, it's just the way the cookie crumbles, and hopefully it will have a little better outcome for the Lady Cane in this ball game, and so they can try to pull off an upset against their cross-county rivals, the Clinton-Massie Falcons.
Right, and the boys come in this next Tuesday, so we've got that game. The boys will be coming in. The pregame is at 7:15 with the game to follow at 7:30. The Clinton-Massie JV team is undefeated, and so is the varsity team. So it looks like Massie is building a powerhouse when it comes to girls basketball. Now, last year, it was the McLean Tigers and the Chillicothe Cavaliers that co-won the SCOL. But it looks like Massie is working on something this year to certainly challenge both those teams for the league title.
Well, Rick, you've already done a couple girls' high school basketball games for Wilmington. You did their home game so far this season. What have you seen from these girls? And I know you've told me a couple key players to look out for, like Maya Jackson and I see some familiar names from last year, like Faith Sanderson, Susanna Johns, Leah Frisco, who played on JV and a little bit on varsity last year, Tanner Stewart. But Maya Jackson's just a freshman on this Wilmington team, and you said she is a really good ball player. So what have you seen so far from this Lady Kane team?
Well, I know that because we frequently talk with Marty Bogart, who knows, he's into all kinds of Wilmington sports besides making the best barbecue. Marty was predicting or saying that we had an 8th grader that would be coming to this girls basketball team that he thought would be really a good player. And so anything that I've seen from her, obviously she's a little hustler. She really makes it up and down the court. She's got poise and she's fast. She got all the attributes that you need in a great point guard or a great player. The team itself, I saw them play against Chaminade Julienne, and they usually field a very good boys and girls basketball team. They've been good in basketball for years, and Wilmington handled that team. They didn't run away from them, but still, they beat them. And I think that, from the games that we have seen, even with the McLean game, I don't think that Wilmington lost, but as I recall, by about 7 points. So even McLean has 2 girls. They lost their big girl last year to graduation, and then they brought 2 other girls, or they've stepped up, I guess you could say. But really, Wilmington, they were in that game the whole time, the varsity game. So, I would say that in looking at the Wilmington team tonight, I've not seen this Massey team, but Wilmington should, be able to hold their own against any team in the SEOL.
Now, I remember last season, it seemed like the girls, they started out a little slow for Wilmington, and then towards the end of the season, they picked it up a little bit, and they were, staying in close ball games, and they were actually pulling out some wins. This team last season was learning how to finish, and they're still a young team this year. Only 1 senior on the roster and 2 juniors. 1 freshman, obviously, Maya Jackson, and the rest are sophomores on this varsity roster. But Rick, as a young team, to be able to transition over to this season compared to last season, what do you see that's the same, and what do you see that's different from last year to this year?
Well, as you said, it is a young team, and obviously mistakes are made with younger players. We talked about that in the earlier game with the Wilmington men at Wilmington College. They have a young team as well. There's a lot of things that obviously you have to learn, and the only way you can really learn it is not in practice. It's not going up against your own team members. It's actually being in real game situations, because that's where you really are going to make it or break it. And I think that, with any young team, as with this Lady Kane team, they're going to get better as the season progresses. As these younger players get more and more hours on the court, more and more minutes in the game, they're going to, going up against real competition, understand what they have to do, how they have to guard, how they have to play their game in order to be able to win those games. And, as you say, the most important thing is how to finish, because obviously we see a lot of teams where they lose it in the last quarter. And that's boys, that's girls, that's men, that's women. You've got to be able to play the full, whether you're talking 32 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever, you got to be able to play every quarter or every half. You got to finish to the end if you expect to win games. There's very few teams that are going to be way ahead and just cruise to victory.
Right. I mean, we've seen that, though, throughout the entire season. How's it going, man?
Rick Phillips. You just can't get away from it, can you, AJ?
I don't even know what he said.
I think he's a Mr. Meyer.
Mr. Meyer?
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I think all 3 of those officials, they all were in the locker room shaving each other's heads before the game, because look at them, they're all bald.
Well, now, I'm glad that they can't hear what you're saying, because I don't want a technical foul to start off this game. They're going to throw you out.
Hey, Troy, did you see those guys back there in the locker room shaving each other's heads?
Yeah, I did.
Now you're going to get him a technical foul. You're a troublemaker, AJ.
So, Rick, we talk about finishing basketball games. And, one thing that we've seen throughout the years, throughout the last couple of years doing Wilmington High School boys basketball, it seems like, they have the ability to finish early. It seems like, get out in front of players, but they can also maintain that lead and keep building on it. And, I guess that was the case last night in the East Clinton game. Give me your take on that East Clinton game.
Well, East Clinton, like the Washington game, in all honesty, and we saw this last year. When you say get out early, Wilmington is the type of team that, I don't know whether it's because they're so confident, but they have, I don't know whether you call those brain cramps or whatever, but they do many times, particularly in the first quarter, start slow. And they may, like in the Washington game, they were behind by 3 points at the half. But the difference between a Wilmington team like the boys team and any team I've seen them play, they have this incredible endurance, and they play every minute of the game. And like this John Carroll team that we witnessed earlier today, they play just an absolutely, threatening defense that stifles the other players. And they are on you, like draped over you, and then they trap, and, it just unnerves these teams. And they run away from you, particularly in the second half. Now, this girls basketball team that we're talking about with Wilmington, as a young team, I think that they're going to have to, learn and understand that they need that type of instinct. They need to have that, I'm not going to say killer instinct, but they certainly need to be able to finish. And as any athlete knows, whether you're talking basketball or you're wrestling or, you're swimming, whatever, you got to be able to finish, because there's no fun in coming in second.
No, I agree with you on that statement, very much. And when, you talk about wrestling, we want to try to do some wrestling meets here as wrestling season just began last weekend, I believe, and it's, still going on this weekend. I think the Wilmington Hurricane, they had a wrestling meet this weekend. I don't remember where they were at. But, when it comes to, like, the sport like wrestling, in wrestling in high school, there are 3 periods, and each period is 2 minutes long. And if you're in a barn burner of a match and you're down by 2 points and you're on your feet and you need a takedown and back points to try to win a match, you got to go out there and give it all. And that's when conditioning comes into play in every sport. You have to be able to go that fifth quarter, so to speak, in basketball, in wrestling, in football, any sport out there. You have to be able to have that little extra something in your heart to be able to go out there and perform for that last few minutes.
But sure, when I ran track, even though it was 2 mile, I still had to have that little kick at the very end. Because
that last lap coming around, you just had to be able to kick it into,
another gear.
The umpteenth gear, to where you're just, your legs are about to fall off, but you don't even feel your legs because you're going so fast.
Absolutely. That's the way I did it all the time, AJ. I was a star.
You were a man.
Now, are you suggesting that I was 21 and still in high school running track?
You know what? I would like to see your birth certificate, because, man, just like our president's birth certificate, I don't know if it's real.
Well, I'm 37 years old, AJ. I'm just sort of an old-looking 37.
37 years old with gray hair.
Yeah, and
you're a silver fox.
I dyed my hair that way.
Silver fox.
What hair I've got, I dyed it. Well, we're 1 minute and 53 from the start of this ball game, and so we're putting the finishing touches on warm-ups and all the things that we do at the beginning.
Now, Rick, here before we get ready for the starting lineups, the national anthem, and everything like that, Wilmington, yes, they're 2-4 on the year. They're a very young team. They're getting ready to play, an undefeated Clinton-Massie team. What is your prediction? I know we're a Wilmington broadcast team, but what is your prediction for this ball game tonight? I know you don't like doing predictions, but what do you think?
Well, I don't know of any point total, as far as what it's going to be. One thing I can tell you, and I've seen these girls play, obviously, in all their home games, they'll fight down to the last minute. They don't give up. They hustle right down to the last minute. So, they're going to give it their all, however this game turns out.
You know what I'm going to say, and I'm not saying this just because we're a Wilmington broadcast team. I think tonight these Lady Cane, they come in here, they impress me to the max to where they upset an undefeated Clinton-Massie team.
All right.
On their home court. Let's turn over to the announcer right now. We'll get ready for our starting lineups and our national anthem for this evening.
Donna Seeger is our announcer tonight. She's doing a good job, too.
Yes. We ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we
You know, really, AJ, it won't be long before you're in the back room getting your head shaved too.
Number 10, Michaela Santoro. Number 11, Joanna Fiji. Number 13, Brooke Rose.
You ready, Roger?
Number 30.
All right, Roger's ready. He's got the video,
And
all the video, the great video from CampusNation.com. The sports animal. That's who you're listening to right now.
Machado and Mr. Todd Cook. And the starting lineup for your Wilmington Hurricanes. Number 5, Maya Jackson. Number 15, Susanna Johns. Number 20, Sarah Cullen. Number 22, Faith Sanderson.
Break the camera.
And number 34, Leah Frisco. The Hurricane are coached by Mr. Mark Short, Mr. Ethan Short, and Mr. Michael Brown.
We have to give you even time as far as face on the camera since you didn't get on last night because you were on your big date. So, ladies, AJ is taken now. We're sorry to say. He's hopelessly in love. Does she listen to any of your broadcasts? All right, ready to play some basketball. Go Kane.
All right, we're ready for tip-off here, ladies and gentlemen. Fred Summers Court, Wilmington Middle School Gym. Jackson gets the tip-off for Lady Kane, and we're underway. Leah Frisco with the basketball. Pass thrown over to Sanderson. Sanderson to Johns. And there's the pass going inside. Sanderson, nice one-handed layup for the two-pointer. 2-0. Wilmington jumps out to the early lead, and now down the floor, Santoro. Gives it off to number 34, Myers. Myers gives it to number 11, Thigi, and it's up and good with the jumper for 2 points. Good shot by Thigi. We're tied at 2 here in the early going. Johns with the basketball for the Hurricane. Gives it off to Quallen. Over to Jackson for 2, and no good. Rebound pulled down by number 13, Rose, and a foul.
Offensive.
That's an offensive foul against Massie. Sub. It was a travel, I was told, by the way, by Donna Seeger.
All right.
So ball goes back to the Hurricane. Jackson gives it off to Sanderson. Sanderson cross court to Johns. Johns looking to drive. A little 2-3 zone here from Massie off the glass. No good. Nice rebound by Jackson, who puts one up, and it's no good. And the rebound finally pulled down by Myers and the Lady Falcons. Now down the floor, Santoro. Spinning. Kicks it outside. Jumper. In and out. No good. Rebound is pulled down by number 32, Perky. And she's going to be fouled on the shot. Number 22 going to be charged with her first foul. Faith Sanderson, that's the team's first. 6:33 remaining in our first quarter of play. It is 2-2. 2 shots upcoming for number 32, Madison Perky. First shot is up and in and out, no good. Second shot is up and good. Massie with the first lead, with their first lead of the ball game, 3-2. Jackson gives it off to Sanderson. Sanderson back over to Jackson. Jackson to Johns. Johns dribbling, gives it off to Frisco. Frisco over to Sanderson. Sanderson to Jackson. Jackson driving, going up strong. No good on the shot. Rebounded by the Lady Falcons. Now they got numbers, but that one is thrown away. Pass was trying to get in there to Brooke Rose, goes out of bounds. Ball will be going back to the Hurricane.
Let her just a little too much on that one, AJ.
Sanderson gives it off to Jackson on the other end of the floor now. Now back to Sanderson. Over here to Johns on the wing. John cross court to Jackson. Jackson back to Johns. Johns gives it off to Sanderson. Wilmington run their offense. Nice cross-court pass to Jackson. Jackson finds Leah Frisco underneath the foul and one. Nice Nice job by Jackson to find Frisco for 2, and she'll have a chance to complete the 3-point play.
Teams first. Leah Frisco for 1 free throw.
Free throw is up, and Frisco completes the 3-point play to make it 5-3. Lady Kane here in the early going, 5:40 and counting left to go in the first quarter. On the other end, Santoro
nice.
takes it coast to coast.
That was nice.
And a 30-second timeout will be taken by the Lady Hurricane. 5-5 is our score right now, Rick. These Lady Kane looking awfully impressive here early on, and so are the Clinton-Massie Falcons.
Yeah, they're both running neck and neck, so to speak. Both teams looking good. Coming
I'm really
out fast.
impressed with Wilmington's passing right now, the way that they're able to fit these passes in to places you didn't think they'd be able to.
Well, they're moving the ball well, and I think that at this point, the good thing is that there haven't been a lot of big mistakes. It's not like they're throwing the ball away. There was that one error on the part of Massey when the girl led the other girl too much, but for the most part, it's been error-free thus far the first few minutes of this game.
All right, so after the Wilmington quick timeout, we got 5:34 to go in the first quarter. We're all knotted up at 5 apiece as Jackson receives the inbound pass. She'll give it off to Sanderson. Sanderson gives it off to number 20, Quallen, who drives, kicks it back outside. Sanderson wide open 3 on the wing. No good. Rebounded by number 32, Perky. She gives it off to number 10, Santoro, who tries to fit it in to number 13, Rose, and the ball goes out of bounds going back to the Lady Hurricane.
It looked like Jackson went up to sort of almost block her from seeing the ball, and the ball went out of bounds.
And it was last touched by the Falcons. Good defense by Wilmington. Sanderson brings the ball all the way up the floor for the Hurricane, gives it off to Frisco. Frisco to Johns. Johns over to Sanderson. Sanderson to Jackson. Jackson cross court to Sanderson, almost threw it out of bounds. Now cross court to Leah Frisco. Frisco to Jackson. Over to Johns. Quallen was driving. Now cross court to Sanderson here. Now cross court to Jackson. 3-pointer. Good! Nothing but net for Maya Jackson. And now the Lady Hurricane have a 3-point lead, 8-5. Rose with the ball, gives it off to Santoro. She gives it off to number 34, Myers. Myers to Thigi for a jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down by Myers and a foul. I believe that's going to be on Sarah Quallen. That's going to be her first foul, team's second. Shooting 2 at the line will be Savannah Myers. 4:18 to go in the first period. First shot is up and good. Second shot for Myers is up, and that one's no good. Ball still loose, pulled down by Santoro, so the Falcons regain possession here. Rose with the basketball, back to Santoro. Santoro on the drive, kicks it outside to Rose, back to Santoro, driving, going up with it, foul, and the bucket counts. Number 22 going to be charged with the foul, Faith Sanderson. That's her second, team's third. Santoro to attempt the 3-point play to regain the lead. It's up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Leah Frisco and the Hurricane. Jackson with the basketball, bringing it down the court. Drives, kicks it outside. It's number 33, Tanner Stewart. She throws it away. Now driving is Myers. Myers gives it off to Rose. Rose hands it off to Santoro.
What do we got there?
Got a foul.
Jackson?
Against Jackson.
Fouls on number 5.
Hold.
Jackson for first. Team's fourth.
Oh.
That one's thrown away, going back to Wilmington.
8-8, 3:39 remaining in this first quarter play.
Here comes Jackson down the floor. Trying to call the offense, almost lost it to a backcourt violation. Good job to rein it back in. Now Sanderson with the ball, gives it to Johns. Still that zone defense being shown by Massey now. Johns in trouble, gives it off to Jackson. Jackson driving, cutting through defenders. No good on the shot. Rebound pulled down by Myers. Here comes Santoro on the other end. No good on the layup. Rebounded by Sanderson. And now Sanderson with the basketball, slows it down, gives it to Jackson. Jackson over to Sanderson. Sanderson over to number 33, Stewart. Jumper's no good. Right there for the rebound was Jackson, high off the glass for 2 points. And it's now 10-8, Lady Hurricane.
We've got the mayor of Greenfield listening. Angie is out there listening to us. Hello, Angie.
And that's going to be the second foul against Maya Jackson on a reach.
Maya Jackson, her second, team's fifth.
That's the 5th team foul.
Wilmington quickly piling up the fouls.
Into the game for the Hurricane, Jalen Johns.
Number 4,
Jatasia Johns.
Jatasia Johns coming into the ball game. 2:39 to go in the first quarter. 10-8, Wilmington in the lead. Nice pass down low. Good block by Leah Frisco. And Stewart picks up the ball. Here come the Lady Cane down the floor. Sanderson passes it off to Johns. Over to Frisco. Back to Sanderson for 3 on the wing.
Nice!
Good net for Faith Sanderson. When she gets going, she can be deadly from behind the arc. Now Santoro driving, gives it off to Myers, and a foul against number 33, Tanner Stewart. Her first team sixth. Myers will be shooting 2. Wilmington already in foul trouble here. They're almost putting Massey into the bonus. 2 shots upcoming. First one is up and good for Myers.
So if you're listening out there, Angie, pass us some scores with that McLean game. First of all, who they're playing, and give us some scores. Keep us updated, and we'll pass those along to our audience.
Second shot upcoming for Myers. It is up, and it is good. 13-10, Lady Hurricane in the lead. 2:13 left to go in the first quarter. Leah Frisco going to come out, sit on the bench. And Sarah Quallen coming back in the ball game, number 20 for Lady Cane. Now we're going to see a little full court defense here. And she lost it. It's a costly turnover. Oh, no, excuse me. It was blocked out of bounds. She's got to get it in here. She does. To Katie Jamel. Jamel dribbling the basketball here. Running the offense. Jamel going to give it off here to Quallen. In trouble, gives it back to Jamel. Jamel looking to drive, gets cut off. Now brings it back out. Still going to look to drive is Jamel.
Oh, nice drive!
Wow. What a drive by Caitlin Jamel for 2 points, and it's a 5-point lead again for the Lady Hurricane. Ball gets lost, out of bounds.
And who?
It's going to stay with Clinton-Massie. The official underneath the basket didn't see who had it, so it's going to stay with Clinton-Massie. One of these other 2 officials out here said it was last touched by Wilmington.
That would have had to have been either a foul on Wilmington, or it would have had to have been Wilmington's ball. One of the 2. It couldn't have been Massey's.
Santoro with the basketball. Dribbling, got cut off on the drive, passes it out to Rose. Rose over to Thigi. Back to Santoro. Passes it out. 3-pointer is no good by number 32, Perky, and rebounded by Stewart and the Lady Cane. That was a bad pass there by Faith Sanderson. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Wilmington.
Greenfield McLean is playing Jackson at Greenfield tonight. So Angie will give us some scores here. Keep us up to date on that.
Emily Fisher coming into the ball game, as well as Susanna Johns. Fisher for Massey, Johns for Wilmington. Stewart inbounds it to Johns. And a foul on the drive.
Johns is fouled.
Number 10 on the foul, Santoro. That's her first, team second. Wilmington to inbound from underneath their own basket here. 1 minute to play in the first quarter. And that was a bad pass on the inbound. All alone is Santoro off the glass. Easy layup coast to coast. And it's back to a 3-point game. Wilmington in the lead, 15-12. Kaylin Jamel gives it to Stewart. Stewart to Quallen. Quallen to Johns. Susanna Johns gives it to Katie Jamel. Jamel trying to give it off to Jatasia Johns. It's stolen away by Myers. No good on the shot, but she is going to be fouled by Susanna Johns. That's going to be her first, team 7th.
Team 7 at the line, Savannah Myers.
Myers will be shooting 2 at the line. That puts Massey into the bonus for the rest of the half here. We're not even done with the first quarter. Myers' shot is up and good on the first one.
We are in the game for Wilmington, Leah Frisco and Faith Sanderson.
Faith Sanderson also coming back into the ball game. Second shot is up. That one's no good. Rebound pulled down by Leah Frisco. It's still a 2-point lead. Wide open down the floor. Susanna Johns goes up and no good on the layup. Just a little too strong. Rebounded by Santoro.
Like palming.
15 seconds to go. Santoro passes it off to Myers. 10 seconds. Gives it to Thigi. Thigi to Perky. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Massey. 3.5 seconds to go in the first quarter. 15-13. Lady Kane in the lead.
Have to dribble once and shoot.
Meyer looking to inbound it to Santoro.
Not going to happen.
Shot is up. Oh, good! The buzzer! What a buzzer beater 3-pointer made good by number 10, Michaela Santoro at the buzzer. And at the end of our first quarter of play, it is Clinton-Massie 16 and Wilmington 15. What an awesome first quarter of play, Rick.
It has been, and it was getting a little sloppy there at the end. Now, the critical thing is that Wilmington has 7 fouls to Massey's 2. So for the rest of the half, Massey's going to be shooting either bonus or double bonus, depending on if Wilmington ends up exceeding 10 fouls, getting 10 or more. But anyway, the Lady Cane have run with the Falcons, and so hopefully they'll be able to be consistent like that throughout the rest of the half, and maybe, as you've already predicted, we're going to get a win tonight. We'll certainly keep everybody up to date. Just keep tuned to campusnation.com, the sports animal, and remember that all Wilmington sports, as far as Wilmington High School sports, are brought to you by Bogart's Southern Barbecue, 9376-55-8100, 975 South Street in Wilmington, Ohio. Bogart Southern Barbecue, delicious barbecue. We've all tasted it. We've all had this Southern barbecue is beyond any barbecue I've ever had in my life, and it's won acclaim all throughout Southwest Ohio. I think he was in Cincinnati Magazine as the best barbecue here. So we'll be going into the second period of play here. Let's see if I've got a score from McLean.
All right, the inbound pass goes to number 13, Rose, as Massey begins with the basketball to begin the second quarter. Almost nearly lost it out of bounds. Perky going up for the layup, no good. Rebounded by Myers. They'll reset. Santoro with the basketball out on top. 16-15, Massey in the lead to begin the second quarter. Trying to go down low, and it's intercepted by Leah Frisco, and here come the Lady Cane on the other end of the floor in transition. Frisco, good job to save that one. Katie Jamel, nice pass down low to Quallen, tipped right in her hands, and she puts that one off the glass for the layup. And Wilmington right back into the lead by 1 point, 17-16. Number 21 with the basketball now, Fisher. Fisher gave it off to Santoro. Got a whistle here, an official timeout, as Faith Sanderson's shoe was untied.
Don't want anyone getting hurt.
I think Santoro was trying to trick her and say, hey, your shoe's untied.
Okay. So the varsity game at McLean starts at 7:30, so that game will get underway here shortly.
Inbound goes to Fisher, who hands it off to Santoro. 7:05 to go in the first half. Perky with the basketball. Kicks it out to Rose. Rose back over to Santoro. Nice move to the hoop. Santoro goes up
nice.
one-handed. That was beautiful.
She has a very nice touch.
Yes, she does. Frisco with the basketball now. Got to maintain control.
That was
nice.
great.
Nice
She
passing.
wove right through there.
Nice job by Sanderson to find her, too, as she was coming down the floor because Wilmington had numbers, and now they've reclaimed the lead 19-18. 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Perky with the ball out on top, hands it off to Meyer. Meyer thought about driving, kicks it out to Santoro. Santoro going to drive. Nice wide open lane. She misses the layup, and Frisco pulls down the rebound. Katie Jamel gets the pass. Gives it to Sanderson. Sanderson in wide open in. Off the glass for two. It's a 3-point Hurricane lead. 21-18. Lady Kane in the lead. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Perky to Meyer. Meyer tried to fit it inside. Ball still loose. Picked up by Faith Sanderson. Quallen didn't look for the ball, and it's stolen back away by Fisher. Fisher nearly lost it. She regains it. Gets it off to Santoro. Step up two. Nice jumper. Coming into the ball game, Joanna Fiji. 21-20 after another official timeout. Faith shoe was untied again. Might want to get her some lace protectors so they don't come untied. 21-20.
How about Velcro?
Oh, that one's tipped high in the air by Santoro. Stole it away. On the other end, Fiji. Off the glass for two.
She just forced that one right up and in.
22-21. Massey's in the lead now. Leah Frisco gets it blocked, but it's a foul against Perky. The Massey fans don't like it, but the Wilmington fans do.
Go figure.
I mean, this is a rivalry, too. I mean, it's not just a rivalry in football. It's in every single sport. 2 shots upcoming for Leah Frisco to try to give Wilmington the lead again. First shot is up. No good. Maya Jackson, Tanner Stewart, and number 32, Edgingfield. She's going to wait till after the shot. This one can tie it. The second shot by Frisco is short, no good. Rebounded by Santoro and the Lady Falcons. 5:10 left to go in the first half of play. Santoro hands it off to Rose. Rose over to Perky. Wide open three. Good.
Nice.
Nothing but net for Perky, and it's a 4-point Massey lead.
I think that's Massey's biggest lead.
Yes. Faith Sanderson on the drive. Gets out. Bucket. And one bucket, and now Faith Sanderson has an opportunity to complete a 3-point play.
First, team 4. Faith Sanderson at the line.
Number 32 coming into the ball game.
Number 32, Emily
Eddingfield into the ball game. And one shot up coming for Faith Sanderson to try to make this a 1-point game again and complete a 3-point play. It's up and good. No good. Looked like it was going to go in for a second. Santoro brings the ball down the floor for the Lady Falcons, 25-23. Massey's in the lead. Santoro on the drive. Nice move. Gets it off. No good on the shot by Fiji, and it's rebounded by Tanner Stewart. Now Jackson's going to bring the ball up the floor for the Lady Hurricane. He hands it off to Johns. Johns gets it off to Faith Sanderson. Faith over to Tanner Stewart. And this one stolen away by Perky. Perky looking to take it coast to coast. Gets fouled. The bucket was no good, and she'll be shooting 2 from the line.
She has some height as well. How tall is that girl?
Fouls on number 33, Tanner Stewart, her second. Madison Perky at the line.
What foul was that on?
Stewart?
Was a foul on Stewart? Tanner Stewart charged with her second foul. Team's 8th. The first shot for Perky is up and no good.
Leah Frisco into the game.
Leah Frisco coming back into the ball game for the Hurricane for Tanner Stewart. 4:05 remaining in the first half. 25-23. Second shot for Perky is up, and that one's no good as well. She misses both of them. Rebound by Fiji, and she just throws it up into the hoop for 2.
Tall girl.
So she got those 2 points back, even though she had a chance for 2 at the line. Now Jackson with it. 23-27, Massie in the lead. Sanderson over to Johns. Just a 4-point lead for Clinton-Massie. Johns over to Sanderson for 3. That one's no good. Rebound by Perky and the Falcons. She gives it off to Santoro, who's working on Jackson all the way down the floor. Santoro up with it. That was a late foul call. I think that one's going to be on Eddingfield. Yep. 32.
Fouls on number 32, Emily Eddingfield, her first.
That's her first, team's 9th.
Santoro at the line.
Santoro shooting 2 at the line for Clinton-Massie. First one is up and good. Sarah Quallen coming back into the ball game. 3:33 remaining in the first half. Second shot for Santoro is good. 29-23. Clinton-Massie's in the lead. Jackson gets the inbound pass, and she'll bring it all the way up the floor. Gives it to Johns. Johns driving hard off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Santoro. That one, that was a late reach-in. Susanna Johns going to be charged with the foul. That's number 3.
Her second.
Excuse me, that's her second.
10.
That's going to put Massie into the double bonus. Santoro shooting 2.
Last 3.18 seconds
3 minutes, 18 seconds.
in the game.
First half.
In the first half.
First shot is up and good by Santoro. Make it a 7-point game. Second shot is up and good. Katie Jamel going to come in for...
Massie's giving
Number
themselves a
15
little bit of breathing room here. Looks like they're doing a little bit of press.
Sanderson brings the ball all the way up the court, gives it off to Jackson. Jackson back over to Sanderson. Gives it to Frisco. Frisco backdoor pass to Jackson off the glass for an easy 2 points.
Nice play there.
Under 3 minutes to go in the first half, 25-31. Clinton-Massie's in the lead.
Need to stop here.
Yep, Santoro gives it off. That one nearly stolen away back into the hands of Fisher. And that one is stolen away by Quallen. Here comes Jackson one-on-one. Going up, no good. Rebounded by Fiji. She gives it off to Santoro. Here come the Falcons down the floor.
Oh,
Throws it out to Fisher for 2. Good. Jackson to Sanderson. 33-25. 8-point lead again for Massie. Frisco gives it to Sanderson in the corner for 3. Good. Need to keep getting her the ball because she's going to be on fire. Wilmington showing some press defense. Santoro with the inbound pass. Back to a 5-point game, 33-28. Perky gives it back to Santoro. On the drive, and a foul. No basket, so she'll be shooting 2.
yeah, the foul definitely occurred before she went up for the basket.
Fouls on number 30.
Lady Cane basketball being brought to you by Bogart's Southern Barbecue. This is CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
First shot by Santoro is up and good.
Entering the game for Wilmington, Jatasia Johns. Returning to the game for the Falcons, again Myers.
Myers coming back into the ball game. Second shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Quallen, and the Lady Cane gives it off to Caitlin Jamil. Ball still loose on the floor.
Jump ball.
Jump ball. Ball goes to Wilmington.
Massie has been putting on the pressure, and that's rattled the Lady Cane a little bit.
They're still in this ball game.
Oh, no question.
34-28. Massie's in the lead. They get the inbound pass in to Faith Sanderson. Dribbles around the press. Gives it off to Johns. Johns with one hand airballs it, where the rebound was pulled down by Frisco.
And she's fouled.
Travel. I thought that was a fadeaway shot, too. I don't think that was a travel at all. Here come the Falcons. Stolen away by Faith Sanderson. Lady Kane back in it now. Gives it off to Jamil. Jamil to Frisco. Frisco on the drive, weaving through defenders, and it's stolen away by Fiji. Excuse me, it was stolen away by Rose, who gave it off to Santoro, spinning her way to the basket, no good. Rebound pulled down by Quallen. And wide open down the floor was Johns, but it's intercepted as it was underthrown by Fisher, who gives it to Santoro. 45 seconds to go in the first half, and Santoro's just going to hold this one, maybe for the last shot.
Yeah, once again, toward the end of this quarter, as the first quarter, it's gotten a little sloppy on both sides of the ball.
Looking for a 5-second call here. Might get one this close. 2. Santoro dribbling, kicks it outside to Fisher for 3. No good. Rebounded by Myers. No good. Rebounded by Quallen, and a whistle and a foul. Number 11 charged with the foul. That's Joanna Fiji. That's just the team's 4th foul.
Fiji, her first. Team's 5th.
Got to shoot.
Faith Anderson brings it down the floor here. 5 seconds. Needs a big shot here. Frisco puts it up at the buzzer. No good. At the end of our first half of play, the Wilmington Hurricane are just down by 6 points, 34-28 against the 8-0 Lady Falcons of Clinton-Massie.
I'm impressed. The Lady Kane are hanging in there.
I'm very impressed, too. We'll take a quick little break here. We'll come back with our first half analysis and get everybody ready for the second half of play. You're listening to us live on CampusNation.com, the Sports Animal, your home for high school and college sports.
Can't miss him. It's so dark. I mean, if he was outside, you wouldn't be able to see him unless he smiled. Oh yeah, he's a really good guy. Hot damn. Too hot. He's like the John Carroll guy. He's like, how'd you hear about me? He's like, the Google too. I was like, dude, that's good business for you. I was like, I'm sure they hear about it from you, guy. We're gonna play it. He's like, you went to the game last night? I was like, no, I read it. You guys would like me. You guys would like me. You're going to charge me. Wow. I had to buy it. You guys didn't know me about me. I had to buy it when I had to do that. I actually had to buy an Apple. I went to the right store, but I was like, man, you gotta use that Apple stuff. Sitting in the corner by yourself.
All right, we are at halftime with 4 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in this intermission. The Lady Cane are down 28 to 34 to 28. The Falcons, the 8-0 Clinton-Massie Falcons, only leading Wilmington by 6 points. Been a great first half of basketball.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's been a great first half of basketball. But like you said, and we've noticed it towards the end of the first and second quarters, it seemed like it was getting a little sloppy on both ends of the ball.
Right.
You know, that both teams need to be able to clean that up towards the end of the halves, or into the quarters, I should say, and be able to come out and perform as well as what they have been doing in the first 4 minutes of the quarters. But you know what? I'm really impressed with this Lady Hurricane basketball team. I haven't seen them play this year. Their 2-4 record does not speak for how well this team really is.
Well, no, and you got to remember, they played McLean, and they played them tough. They only lost by, I think, 7 points. They've played some tough games. So, you know, we know Chillicothe's a good team. We know Massey's a good team. And we obviously have heard that Trace is a good team. I'm anxious to see the Trace team play. We were at Miami Trace for the boys game, and I met a freshman from Miami Trace. She is a starting for the varsity basketball team, a starter, and be anxious to see her come out, especially when they visit here and play, since we do Lady Cane basketball only at home. But a reminder that this coming Tuesday, we have the same Clinton-Massie Falcons, only the boys version, coming into the middle school gym for a 7:30 tip-off. We'll be on the air at 7:15 with our regular game broadcast.
So you're saying the girls are going to dress up like the guys and play the Wilmington Hurricane, right?
I don't think that will work. Now, I know you dress up like girls a lot of times.
No, I don't.
But these girls are not going to dress up like guys.
So, Rick, you know, one of the things that stands out to me, we look up here on our scoreboard and we got, you know, our stats and fouls and stuff like that, which is really nice that they added that in here to this facility. Right now, Wilmington's got a player, Faith Sanderson, with 10 points on the day. With 5 points, number 34, Leah Frisco, who's been a horse down underneath there for the Wilmington team. And somebody that stands out for me for Clinton-Massie, they have 34 points. 18 of them right now are being scored by Michaela Santoro. her brother played football, Zach.
That's right.
For this Clinton-Massie team. She's a really, really good basketball player.
She's a good athlete.
She's the leader, it seems like, on this Clinton-Massie team, being a senior, and that's good to have on your basketball team. But I really think that the floor general for Wilmington right now taking over is Faith Sanderson. But I've seen, a little bit of Maya Jackson, who's a freshman, kind of take over and feel out that leadership position for this Wilmington Hurricane team. I'm telling you what, this Hurricane team is impressing me right now. Keeping being neck and neck with this 8-0 Clinton-Massie team, who's a really, really good basketball team. You can't take anything away from them, but they're on the road in hostile territory. And I just think the Lady Hurricane, Mark Short, the head coach for the Lady Hurricane, had them come out and ready to play today.
Oh, they definitely look ready, and they look like they want to take this game. So
now, another stat to mention is Clinton-Massie only had 4 or 5 fouls in that first half. Wilmington ended up in the double bonus real quick, and they were in the regular bonus at the end of that first quarter. They're going to have to watch out because there were a lot of fouls committed by this Lady Hurricane team in the first half.
But the key is they're only down by 6. So
yeah.
Even with their foul problems, they are within very easy reach of coming and tying this Massey team or going ahead. So, yes, we hope.
Guys in the back shaving each other's heads.
You got Joe's
Well, no, wait a minute. Let him show you his head. Take your look. He wants.
Thank you.
There you go. He's trying to get us a technical foul. All right, AJ. Well, you won't be banned.
I think Wilmington's going to begin with the basketball to begin the second half as they were going. Actually, no, Massey will begin with the basketball, it looks like. Massey was going from right to left in that first period, first half, and Massey will be going left to right now. They'll begin with the ball to begin the third quarter of play, only up by 6 points. Now let's see what kind of adjustments this Wilmington team made in the locker room.
That'll be the key. It'll be the adjustments that both teams made at halftime.
And they're going to have to slow down Santora, who has the basketball right now for the Lady Falcons.
She is definitely their spark plug.
Gives it off to Perky. Perky on the drive, going up. Lost it out of bounds. It's going to stay with Clinton-Massie. It was last touched by Leah Frisco. Massey will inbound it from underneath their own basket. The inbound comes in to Myers, who gave it off to number 13, Rose, and then back over to Santoro.
At the end of the first quarter, Greenfield leads leads Jackson at Greenfield 11-9.
And Fiji traveled on her drive, and the ball will be going back to Wilmington. So a nice turnover there by the Lady Hurricane. They were playing some good defense until that last drive there. Jackson gets the inbound pass for Lady Hurricane and brings it down the floor. Down by 6. Gives it off to Susanna Johns. Bad pass there to Jackson. Ball was last touched by Massey, though, and it'll stay with Wilmington. Sanderson was calling for the ball. She was wide open out here on top.
Yeah, Wilmington's got to watch these passes. They threw the ball away frequently in that first half.
Sanderson got the inbound, gives it off to Susanna Johns. Johns over to Quallen. Quallen back over to Sanderson. Sanderson over to Frisco. Back to Jackson in the corner for 3. That one's airballed, no good. Rebounded by Brooke Rose. Gave it off to Santoro, who will bring it down the floor for Clinton-Massie. Working against Maya Jackson here with 2 fouls and 7 points. Santoro kicks it out to Rose, over to Perky. Perky working against Susanna Johns. Whistle and a foul
on Johns.
Number 15.
Perky, I have been impressed with her. She's got some height to her, too.
Her third foul, team's first of the half.
Entering the game for Wilmington, Caitlin Jamil.
Jamil coming into the ball game for Wilmington. Myers will inbound to Santoro. Santoro dribbling the ball, working against Sanderson here. Gives it off to Perky.
Still no one has scored in the second half.
Ball gets thrown away, going back to Wilmington. Good defense. They're playing man-to-man, and Massey's been playing zone all day long.
Wouldn't it be woman to woman?
Woman to woman. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
You got to be technical, don't you? Girl to girl.
PC, right?
Jackson gives it off to Sanderson. Sanderson going to drive, found the lane, goes up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Fiji. Oh,
almost traveled.
Yeah, Rose almost traveled there before she gave it off to Santoro, brings it down the floor. Under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, still 34-28. No one has scored in this second half. Perky fits it down low to Myers, and a foul against Quallen. Didn't like that call. That's her third, team second, and Myers will be shooting 2.
Myers at the line.
So a couple Lady Hurricane in foul trouble right now. First shot's up and in and out.
No good. No one wants to score a point this second half.
Second shot for Myers is up and good. There's the first point, Rick. 35-28. 7 points separate these two schools. Jackson, nice pass to Frisco, goes up, no good, gets her own rebound, and fouled on the second attempt. She was fouled hard. Number 10, Santoro. That's her second, team's first. Shooting 2 will be Leah Frisco with 5:37 to go here in our third quarter of play. 35-28. Clinton-Massie in the lead. First shot for Frisco is no good, in and out. She's normally a really, really good free throw shooter.
Well, that was down. It just came back out.
Second shot for Frisco. That one is no good, short, but Tanner Stewart on the rebound, goes up hard, no good. Rebounded by Frisco, no good. Ball still loose. Frisco pulls it down. Man, that third chance shot.
That's what you want to see. Second chance, third chance, and finally a score. And a foul.
Number 34, Savannah Myers, charged with just her first foul, team second. Frisco to attempt the three-point play, and no good. Rebounded, though, by Katie Jamil. Ball still loose, and picked up by Fiji and the Lady Falcons. Gives it off to Santoro, wide open down the floor,
Nice
throws,
pass.
and that was easy.
Well, there were no Hurricane back.
Now the press defense again. Gets it into Jackson. Nearly lost it, but reined it back in. Jackson takes it all the way. Wow. That impossible
She's good,
shot.
isn't she?
Yeah, she is good for a freshman. Rose with the basketball, gives it off to Santoro. 5 minutes to go in the third, 32-37. Massey in the lead. Perky in the corner for 3. Air balls it. Ball still loose. And it was last touched underneath by Faith Sanderson, and the ball will stay with Clinton-Massie.
Tonight's Kane basketball brought to you by Bogart Southern Barbecue. Marty Bogart here in the house, and we talked with him at halftime.
Yep, the John Carroll basketball team definitely agrees with how good the barbecue is because they stopped in there after the game.
That's right.
Ball was knocked out of bounds again. It'll stay here with Clinton-Massie. Got to get it in here. Jackson nearly intercepted it, but Rose pulled it down. Now Santoro kicks it out to Perky for 2 on the jumper. Good.
Nice.
Oh,
We have a foul?
that's going to be a technical against Sanderson. She shoved her. So that's a huge, huge mistake there. So Santoro will be shooting the technical here, 2 shots. 39-32, Massey in the lead. 2 shots here for Santoro. Its first one is up and good.
From McLean, the score is 13-13. McLean and Jackson tied up. That would be in the second quarter play.
Second shot is up and good as well. So after the two-shot technical, they'll regain possession. It's a 9-point lead, the biggest lead of the day for Clinton-Massie right now, 41-32. Inbound goes to Santoro. Santoro spinning her way all the way to the basket. In and out, no good though. Ball still loose, pulled down by Myers. Gives it back to Santoro. Gives it off to Fiji underneath. The basket counts and the foul against Frisco.
Massie trying to open up a substantial lead here on Wilmington now. A timeout, Wilmington.
That's Leah Frisco's first, the team's fourth. It'll be 43-32 and a one-shot upcoming for Fiji at the end of our full timeout here. 43-32. Clinton-Massie is in the lead. That technical really hurt, Rick.
Yeah, and I don't know what was going on under the basket, whether she had been pushed. You know, a lot of times it's the second push that gets caught, or, you know, the second foul that actually gets called. Obviously something was said or done that probably upset her. The only difference is that she shouldn't have pushed. You're listening to CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. Earlier in the day, the Wilmington Fighting Quakers, the men, went down to defeat at the hands of the John Carroll Blue Streaks. What was the score there, AJ?
84-68.
I knew I was keeping you around for some reason. It's that steel trap of a memory.
The three-point play is up and no good, but the rebound was by Myers. She and
another foul
underneath. Eddington going to be charged with the foul.
Wilmington's fifth foul. Wilmington's piling the fouls up again here early in the second half.
Excuse me, that was Eddingfield. It's her fifth, team's fifth foul. Inbound goes to Perkey. Jumper right away. Good. Now a 13-point lead. The inbound goes to Jackson. She brings it up the floor for Lady Kane. 4:05 to go in the third quarter. Jackson gives it off to Caitlin Jamil. Gives it off to Frisco. Nice pass by Jamil to Frisco for two.
Good feed. Good play.
It helps these guys have been playing together for, a whole year. Santoro with the basketball and probably throughout their entire junior high and elementary careers. Perkey, a wide open three is no good, too strong. Rebounded by Jamil, and a foul is going to go against
Perkey.
Number 32, Perkey, yep.
32, Madison Perkey, her third.
That's her third, team's third. 3:33 to go in the third. It is 45-34. Clinton-Massie holding an 11-point lead, but Wilmington trying to fight their way back into this and pull off an upset. Sanderson gets the inbound pass, and she'll bring it up the floor for the Lady Hurricanes. She's not been a factor here in the third quarter at all, Rick.
No.
Oh, Jackson had a wide open three on the wing. Pulled it down. Now she's going to shoot it. It's no good. Rebounded by Myers. Now Santoro with the basketball. Wide open Rose. Good up for the easy layup.
Caught the Kane napping there.
Back to a 13-point game. Sanderson gets the inbound pass. Jackson is a very aggressive player.
Right.
Gives it to Jamil. Jamil to Johns. Johns on the drive, going up. Good. Good job by Susanna Johns. The inbound comes into Santoro. Wilmington trying to press a little bit here. Got to get back, though. Perkey, good high off the glass.
Yeah, Wilmington can't allow them to get those easy bunnies.
They need to play man-to-man and not go for that zone defense, I think. Jackson has the ball up on top for Wilmington. 2:25 and counting to go into third. 49-36. Clinton-Massie. Sanderson on the wing. Cross court to Jackson. Nearly threw it away. Gives it to Johns. Didn't expect the ball to come in there. Now back to Sanderson. Sanderson on the drive. Kicks it outside for Johns. Ball was blocked by Perky. But Leah Frisco pulls it down, and Frisco's going to go up for two. Good job of awareness by Frisco to pull that one down. Myers with the basketball now. Gives it to Perky. Perky to Myers. Off the glass. Nice. Good for two. Official timeout. Coming into the ball game, number 24, Sydney Leary.
Well, the scoring is picked up. Unfortunately, both teams are scoring.
Back and forth, though. 51-38. Still a 13-point game. Jackson with the ball for Wilmington. Try to make her move. Got to pass it off here to Johns. Johns try to fight Jamil, and it's going to be called a kick. It'll stay with Wilmington. 119. Jackson to inbound here. She gets it into Johns. Wide open three in the corner. No good. Rebound pulled down by Jackson. A whistle.
Tie up.
Jump ball. It'll stay with Wilmington. Faith Sanderson gives it back to Jackson, all the way over here to Caitlin Jamel. Jamil, Faith Sanderson wants the ball over on the wing, gives it to Frisco, over to Jackson. Jackson pumps, now goes cross court to Sanderson. Sanderson cross court to Jackson. Drives. Oh, no good. Ball still loose on the floor. Rebounded by Jamil, gives it off to Frisco. Frisco goes up, gets fouled.
Shooter here.
First one's up and good.
Jackson's up 15-14 over McLean. Still in the second quarter at Greenfield McLean.
Second shot for Jamil. That one is good as well.
Nice.
Back to an 11-point game. 51-40. 40 seconds to go in the third. Myers gives it off to Santoro. Santoro to number 24. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Thigi, no good. Rebounded by Myers, no good. Myers again in a foul.
Wilmington is just not boxing out. They got to box out. They can't let that kind of repeat attempts under the Massey basket.
22. Faith Sanderson charged with a third foul. Team sixth.
Savannah Myers at the line.
First one's up and good. Second one is up and good as well.
53-40, 13-point lead, 23 seconds remaining in this third quarter of play.
Sanderson with it. Back to Frisco. Back to Johns. Katie Jamil was wide open down low, didn't fit it into her. Jackson to Frisco. Over to Sanderson. Pumps. Shoots a three. Got it! Nice. Three-pointer by Faith Sanderson. 2 seconds.
10-point
And that's going to be it for the end of our third quarter of play. Wilmington has cut it down to a 10-point lead for Clinton-Massie, 53-43. At the end of 3 quarters here from Fred Summers Court.
And at halftime, Jackson leads the McLean Tigers 19-17.
Oh, that's a low-scoring game.
Yeah, it is. It looks like somebody's trying to slow it down,
Boys
I
or
guess.
girls?
This is girls. Girls varsity basketball. Jackson leading at halftime. Greenfield McLean 19-17.
Stand, it is now $1.
$1? Did they say $1?
$1 hair.
$1.
So Wilmington now, Rick, has only 10 points to make up. They need to make some stops because, we saw them go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And Faith Sanderson has 13 points. She had 10 at half. So that three-pointer there at the end of the half was her only points. They need to get her more involved. She's wide open.
Right, and it's not even a case of getting more stops. All they need to do is to box out and get the rebounds under the Massie basket and not let them have 2 or 3 shots at their basket. All right, getting ready to start this fourth quarter of play. 53-43, Clinton-Massie Falcons over the Hurricane.
Well, Sanderson steals it away.
Oh, she slid.
No whistle. A timeout going to be called by Wilmington, though.
Yeah, she could slide down the entire court. That's not traveling. As long as she doesn't turn or make any move, she just slid. That is not traveling.
You heard it here from Rick Phillips, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we heard that from another one of our announcers, and he said that you can slide the entire length of the court as long as you don't twist or turn or move your body. As long as it's one fluid motion, that's not
It
traveling.
looked like a power slide, like a guitar player would do on stage.
Well, I mean, your first inclination is it has to be traveling, but it's not.
So Wilmington will have possession after that turnover, and they'll be inbounding it from underneath their own basket here, down by 10 points. Good job to get a turnover right at the beginning of the quarter.
Right.
All right.
All right. 10-point Clinton-Massie lead.
Inbound goes to Sanderson, but it's going to
another
be
steal.
stolen away by Santoro. Easy bucket, no good though. Rebounded by Katie Jamil, and here come the Lady Kane.
Oh.
Jamil gives it. Nope, stolen away by Myers. Sloppy ball handling there by Wilmington. Gives it off. Number 21, Fisher. Working against Jackson now. Bad pass. She throws it away. It's going back to Wilmington.
Wilmington is getting the opportunities. They just need to capitalize on a few of these and draw closer.
Need to slow it down a little bit, be able to handle the ball. You're only down by 10 points, and you have over 7 minutes to make that up. All right, inbound pass goes to Faith Sanderson now as Wilmington with possession of the ball, down by 10. Sanderson, nice pass inside to Jamil. Nice pass by Jamil.
Nice
Good crawl in for the layup. 53-45, 7 minutes to go in regulation. And now Santoro's in trouble, doubled up, stolen away by Jackson. Jackson with numbers gets fouled.
I think we're going to get a timeout here by Massie.
That's her third foul, team's fifth.
Yeah, foul's almost equal here.
Maya Jackson shooting 20 points right now for Santoro for the Falcons. First one is up and no good by Jackson. Jackson's got 9 points for Wilmington, and Faith Sanders has got 13. 2 other players have 10 for Massie, Myers and Perkey. Second shot is up and no good again by Jackson.
Both.
Perkey with the rebound, gives it to Santoro, back to Perkey. Over here to Fiji.
Nice
going
move,
up
nice
with it,
move.
airballed it. Last touched by Myers. It's going to go back to Wilmington.
All right, we need to put some points on the board this time down.
Inbound goes to Faith Anderson. Nice pass to Jackson. Jackson finds the lane, goes up, gets it blocked, but it's going to be a foul against Perkey. And 2 shots upcoming for Jackson. Maybe she can make up for those missed free throws on this attempt.
Well, let's hope so, because obviously they'll continue to foul her if she's not going to make her free throws.
Team 6, that's the 4th foul committed by Perkey. One more and she fouls out.
Both teams with 6 fouls.
Oh, man, that one was in and out. Number 25, Emily Ireland, coming into the ball game. Second shot for Jackson is huge here. It's up, and that one is good. Inbound goes to Perky. Wilmington with the press zone. 2-1-2. Stolen away by Sanderson. And Sanderson's going to slow it down, go rover a little bit, give it off to Jackson. Now back to Sanderson, wide open three. Good! 3-pointer for Faith Sanderson.
Massie takes timeout.
Wants a timeout.
Full timeout.
Wilmington right back into the ball game now with 6 minutes, 19 seconds to go. A full timeout taken by Massie, 53-49.
All right, we've got an upset in the making.
I think Wilmington can come back here. Their defense is playing very good here in the second half, a lot better than what they did at the beginning of that third quarter into that first half. They're playing awesome right now.
Two things have come true from our, we'll say, predictions, and that is Wilmington is close to being able to upset Massie, and they are playing right down to the last few minutes of the ball game. They won't give up, and that's why they've been able to come back here and get within 4 points of Massie again.
Why don't you tell everybody who our ball game is being brought to you by?
By the man. That's the man. Marty Bogard at Bogard's Southern Barbecue. 937-655-8100. Or stop in. There's plenty of space to eat there. 975 South Street, Wilmington, Ohio.
The entire John Carroll basketball team went over there and ate afterwards.
That's right. And their coaches and their staff. The place to see and be seen in Wilmington, Ohio, right?
Yes. There we go, inbound. Myers gets it into Perky. Perky back to Myers. Now over to Ireland, and that one's going to be loose. Going to Wilmington. Good defense.
Massie's a little rattled.
Now Jackson will inbound it here. Got to get it in. Got to get it in. Got to get it in. Whoa, very close. Gets it into Johns, who gives it back to Jackson. Jackson on the drive, going up. Gets charged. That's going to be a charge.
The reason that was called is because she went up, tried to pass the ball off. She didn't have the ball when she came back down. Going to be a 1-and-1.
No,
it's not 9. There's not 9. And you're right, it's not on the chart. Massie still looks rattled.
Oh, that one is going to almost be stolen away again. Thigi with it.
Foul.
Whistle. Foul. That's her fourth foul.
Fouls on Maya Jackson.
Team's eighth, and it's a 1-and-1 now.
Cannot afford to lose Jackson.
So now Thigi will be shooting 1-and-1 for Clinton-Massie as Wilmington has 8 team fouls. They're in the bonus is Massie, 53-49. Massie in the lead, 5:53 left to go. 1-and-1 here. The front end is up. No good. Rebounded by Susanna Johns. Ball still loose on the floor. Jump ball goes back to Wilmington.
Yeah, can't afford to lose Jackson. Can't afford to take her out. We've only got 5.5 minutes left in this game.
She's got 10 points, second leading scorer on the team right now.
And by far probably the best ball handler on the team.
Oh, yeah. Sanderson gets the pass from Jackson. Now Sanderson cross court to Johns. Johns back over to Sanderson. Now over to Jackson. Jackson, nice pass to Jamil. Jamil gives it off to Sanderson for 3, and that one's too strong. No good. Rebounded by Perky. Ireland receives the pass. Ireland to Santoro. With 20 points, 3 fouls right now. Perky has the basketball. Gives it off to Myers for 2. No good. Rebounded by Faith Sanderson.
She went down hard.
Yeah, she did. No foul called, though. Under 5 to play. Sanderson on the drive. Oh, beautiful shot by Sanderson.
Another timeout. Wilmington.
Is that a timeout or a technical?
Yeah, it's a timeout, it looks like.
No.
Oh, it is a technical. Oh, there's a technical on Wilmington?
That's a technical on Mark Short.
I think he probably wanted a foul. I think he thought that she was fouled when she went up for the shot and they didn't call it.
So shooting 2 is Santoro makes the first. That hurts because it was a 2-point game, and now it's a 3-point game.
Could be
still a 1 possession.
And then Massie will have the ball, obviously.
Misses the second one, so it's still 1 possession, but Massie does have the ball. You are right, Rick. The basket does still count for Wilmington.
We've still got just under 5 minutes, so there's plenty of time. Plenty of time to play.
Another technical, and he'll be out. All right. Wilmington turning up the pressure again. Santoro gets the inbound. Working against Sanderson. Santoro's pass to Myers is knocked away out of bounds. Last touch by Clinton-Massie, going back to Wilmington, down by 3, 54-51. Inbound goes to Susanna Johns. She'll bring it up the floor. Gives it off to Jackson. Jackson working against Ireland. Gives it off to Sanderson. Sanderson to Quallen. Quallen got it stolen away by Perkey. And Perkey gives it off to Meyer, wide open down the floor. She misses the easy layup, and the ball gets lost out of bounds, going back to Wilmington. Wow.
Lot of mistakes going on here.
54-51, 4:04 left to go in regulation. Leah Frisco back into the ball game for Wilmington. She's got 13. Got to come back to the ball here. Faith Sanderson does a good job of doing that as she gets the inbound and brings it all the way up the floor. Sanderson gives it out to Frisco, who's got a lane. Kicks it out. Johns jumper. Good! And it's a 1-point game. Here goes Santoro down the floor. Up with the jumper of her own. In and out. No good. Rebounded by Jamil. Here comes the Lady Kane. 3-on-2. Jamil up. No foul. Rebounded by Perkey. Gives it to Anderson with the block and the steal. Ball is loose.
Got a foul.
A foul against Ireland. And that's a 1-and-1. Jamil will be shooting 1-and-1. First one, the front end's no good, but Frisco gets the rebound. Kicks it out to Johns. Johns to Jackson. Jackson fits it in there to Johns, no good. Rebounded by Myers, still a 1-point game, 54-53. Santoro gives it off to Fiji. Fiji to Ireland for 2. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Myers, and that one is good on the finish.
Didn't box out.
Frisco got the inbound pass and will bring it down the floor. Gives it off to Jackson, 3-pointer in the corner, in and out.
Rebound.
Ball was still loose. Johns is hurt on the floor.
She's down.
And a whistle.
Can't tell whether she fell backwards, hit her head. What do we got? Oh, wait a minute. They're warning someone in the crowd. They're either going to remove someone or they're warning them. Well, they made someone leave. We saw that last night.
Did you?
Someone from Wilmington had to leave the auditorium because of something that was said to a ref. As far as I know, it could have even been a relative of John's. What that individual had said, basically, as I heard it, was simply she was imploring the refs to get control of the game.
Perky gets the inbound pass for Massie. As Sarah Quallen comes in for the injured Susanna Johnson. It's intercepted by Quallen. And a travel. I don't know about that.
Well,
Myers will inbound here for Massie. 3-point game, 56-53. Santoro gets the inbound pass. Santoro looking to drive, gives it to Fiji. Ball stolen away by Jackson. Here come the Hurricane. Jackson gets fouled. That's Santoro's fourth. And she's got 21 points.
yeah, Massie can ill afford to lose Santoro any more than we can afford to lose Jackson.
Jackson 1-1. Eighth team foul for Massie. 2:06 to go.
Let's hope that Jackson makes these free throws.
First one is up front and is good.
2-point Massie lead.
Second shot for Jackson is up. She takes the
nice.
back end too. 56-51. Massie with just a 1-point lead, and Wilmington turning up the heat on defense. Santoro trying to split the middle. She does, no good, but gets her own rebound. Gives it to Perky. Jumper, no good. Rebounded by Ireland. Oh, a ticky-tack foul.
Yep. Little cheap foul.
Caitlin Jamil charged with the foul. I think that's her first.
Yeah, well, once again, that just may be they were trying to maintain some control because it has gotten pretty wild here in these last few minutes.
That's the 10th foul.
This will be double bonus time.
So 2 shots will be coming up for Emily Ireland.
This game going right down to the wire, AJ.
First one is good. We're going to have a good finish. 1:52 left to go.
Right.
And that was a little ticky-tack on that foul. Official heard me say that. Second shot is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Qual. It's still only a 2-point game. 57-55. 8-0 Massie in the lead by 2. Leah Frisco gives it off to Jamil. Going up strong, no good on the basket. Rebounded by Massie. Perky gives it to Ireland. Ireland gives it off to Santoro. Gives it off to Fiji. Fiji to Meyer. Meyer inside. Perky. No good. Rebounded by Caitlin Jamil. 1:15 to go. Here come the Hurricane.
This is where you let Jackson drive and take someone out with their 5th foul, right?
Yes. Still a 2-3 zone, looks like. Jamil gives it to Frisco. Under a minute to go. Frisco to Jackson. Jackson drives! Good! Tied up at 57! Meyer to Ireland. Ireland to Santoro. That's going to be a foul against Sanderson. That's her 4th. And now Santoro, the best free throw shooter on the team, will be shooting 2.
Still plenty of time to come back down and shoot either for 2 points or 3.
But you still got to make these, though. They're not a gimme.
You're right. 57-57, 39.8 seconds to go.
First shot is up and no good.
Timeout.
Box out. And Massie is going to take a timeout. They're going to take a full timeout. 39.8 seconds to go.
Massey's
We are all tied.
They will be talking about what they do when Wilmington gets the ball, now that there's a chance that Wilmington, with a simple layup, could actually take the lead.
And you still have a couple fouls to give, even though it'll be a 1-and-1 here, but you don't want to foul on defense at all if you're either team right now being tied up.
Right.
Man, I'm really impressed with this Lady Hurricane
I
team.
told you they would fight to the finish.
They just have to finish.
In all honesty, either team will. It's a shame that either team has to lose in this game.
It really is.
It's been a great basketball game, as exciting as any basketball game.
Tell you what, if this Massey team, if they play the Lady Hurricane on a day where we don't have a men's game or anything like that, we should totally cover the second game because they are going to play, two different games. All right, one more shot here for Santoro after the timeout, 39.8.
Okay, Massey has 3 timeouts left. That's what they were checking. All right, critical free throw. And the main thing is Wilmington must get this rebound. They have to box out. They cannot allow Massey.
It's good. 1 point lead for Massey. Frisco gets the inbound pass. Gives it to Faith Sanderson. Wilmington can hold for the last shot here. Gives it to Jamil. Jamil to Sanderson. Sanderson to Frisco. Frisco on the drive. Going up, in and out. Ball still loose. Sanderson gets the rebound. Calm it down. 3-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Perkey. And it's stolen away. Foul! Timeout. Wilmington took a timeout with 12.8 seconds left. Man.
12.8 seconds. Massey 58. Wilmington 57. Great girls basketball game.
Scott Kellen's up there sweating right now. And he's a football coach.
But he's a competitor.
He loves to win, don't we all?
That's right. .8 seconds. Yeah, we've got Scott Kellen, Wilmington's football coach, his varsity coach. He's been watching the entire game. We've all been treated to a great basketball game. And of course, Scott, being a at one time Massey coach, coming to Wilmington, he obviously he always has some interest in Clinton-Massie versus Wilmington sports.
All right, 12.8 seconds left. Wilmington has the basketball.
12.8 seconds. This is critical.
Inbound goes to Jackson here.
She going to drive?
I don't think so. You got to go. Jackson drives, puts it up. Oh, wow! That was awesome. Woo! What a basket.
You got that? Rogers got it on tape.
59-58.
We need this basket.
This is for a 3-point play and a 2-point lead with 5.2 seconds left.
Still plenty of time for Massey to get it back up court if she makes this.
Makes it! And
Wilmington.
Timeout. 5.2 seconds left. The Lady Hurricane were down by 13 at one point, and they've came back to take a 2-point lead thanks to Maya Jackson.
Yeah.
17 points.
Been a great basketball game. Wilmington takes that timeout to discuss, how they're going to defend coming down. The main thing they want to be careful of, obviously, is that they do not foul. They're going to have to be very careful with 10 fouls. It's going to be double bonus time, so they would give an easy 2 points at the line if they aren't careful. Now Massey's going to have to drive the entire length of the court. They've got 5.8 seconds. That's still plenty of time to get up court, to get a shot off. And obviously the main critical factor is that
5.2 seconds.
Yeah, 5.2. Wilmington does not foul in the act of shooting.
And you have to be able to have people back here because you got Perky and Thigi, two tall players on this Massey team back here.
You don't want to break away. You do not want to break away.
Santoro broke away. It's intercepted by Frisco. Foul. And Frisco gets fouled. Wow. Number 20 going to be charged with the foul.
Going to be a 1-on-1.
Nope, it's a 2-point shot. That's the 10th foul.
Oh, that is their 10th foul. So we got double bonus for Wilmington.
Two big shots here to try to seal it with 2.2 seconds left for Leah Frisco.
It'll be very difficult to get back down the court even if they get the first rebound with 2.2. And Wilmington has 2 shots at the basket.
This is a huge upset win.
Yeah, but you definitely don't want to lose to your crosstown rival. Cross-county rival.
When they're undefeated, that makes it much better.
Right. Well, you come in and you take sometimes for granted a team that's only got 2 wins. Oh, she fouled out.
That was Santoro's 5th.
Yeah. Even if this game were to go into overtime without Santoro, that would be very difficult for them.
Brooke Rose will come in for Santoro.
All right. 2.2 seconds. Wilmington leading 60-58.
And 2 free throws for Leah Frisco.
Leah needs to sink at least 1.
Misses the first. Even then, 2.2 seconds is a long time.
It'll be difficult.
Not a long time to bring the ball down.
It'll be difficult, but she needs to sink this no matter what.
Got it.
Got it. There you go.
No.
Timeout. What are they suggesting? A lane violation?
Lane violation against Massey.
Now, wait a minute. If it's a lane violation against Massey, then Wilmington gets that point.
Yes.
Okay, so it's 61-58, 2.2 seconds. Timeout, Massey. They're going to talk it over. They've got the full court to deliver. Oh, no, it's 60-58.
Was it a lane violation against Wilmington?
Sanderson had the lane violation.
All right, so it was a Wilmington lane violation.
So it's 60-58.
Right.
2.2 seconds left. Massey will have the ball.
Wilmington wants to be careful not to foul. They want to make sure that they keep just even pressure so that Massey has got to drive and got to put the ball on the floor. They can't allow a big long pass, going to a half-court position. And that's what's going to happen. We're listening to the Massey coach, and he's saying the minute you get the ball, you just have to let it fly. So this will be a 3-point shot.
You have to go for the win no matter what.
Right. Well, it's going to be a 3-point shot because they're not going to throw it the length of the court under the basket. So it'll have to be from 3-point land.
All right, here we go.
This is it.
This is the ball game. Wilmington up 60-58.
Everyone's got a man or woman or girl, whatever
the inbounder. Here we go. There's the whistle. Long pass to Perky. Shoots it.
No good.
No. It's no good. And the Wilmington Hurricanes stun the Clinton-Massie Falcons 60-58.
And you heard it only on CampusNation.com with the video tomorrow afternoon of this great, great Hurricane win.
Clinton-Massie will fall to 8-1 on the season. Wilmington improving to 3-4, and I tell you what, they are way better than their 3-4 record shows right now. I mean, like you said, they've been in a lot of close ball games this year. This one was a close one. They were down by 13 points at one point in this ball game, and guess what? They found a way to finish.
Yes, and they did finish.
The theme of today was finishing games, finishing, and Wilmington finished.
No question about that, AJ. This has been a great ball game.
And it all came down to Maya Jackson driving in the lane to put up a 2-pointer with very little time left, getting fouled, making the basket, and then sinking the free throw to make it a 2-point game.
Wow, she finishes with 17 points. Faith Sanderson had 18 points for Wilmington. Obviously, in my mind, the away player of the game, obviously Michaela Santoro with over 20 points.
Great player. She fouled out there at the last minute, or last few seconds of the game.
Meyer had 12 points, and number 32, Perky, she had 10 for this Falcons team. And
well,
you know what?
It was a tough loss for Massie. It was tough for two reasons. First, it was their first loss, but more importantly, it was a league loss. And obviously, they're going to be fighting neck and neck with teams like possibly Miami Trace, definitely Chillicothe,
and another Wilmington game to come.
That's right. So,
oh man, I'm out of breath just watching that game, man. I didn't even play. Well, Rick, it was a great day of basketball for us. I mean, granted, the Wilmington Fighting Quakers, the Wilmington College Fighting Quakers, they fell 84-68 against the John Carroll
Blue
Streaks. But the Lady Hurricane pulled out an impressive win, upsetting an 8-0 Massey team to make them 8-1 and going to 3-4 on the year in a huge, like you said, a huge conference victory for this Wilmington Hurricane Lady team.
Right, and our next game are going to involve these very same teams, only our boys against the Massey boys. That'll be this Tuesday night. We tip off at 7:30. Our pregame starts at 7:15, and that'll be this Tuesday when our undefeated boys will play the Clinton-Massie boys in high school basketball. So tune back in on Tuesday. Join us for all that action.
And don't forget that today's broadcast was brought to you by Bogard Southern Barbecue. That's located 975 South Street. Stop in there. Give them a call at 937-655-8100. Again, 975 South Street.
Wilmington,
Ohio. The John Carroll Blue Streaks approve.
Yes, they do. And as we say at the end of every Hurricane sporting event, go Cane.
And for Rick Phillips, I'm AJ Ganger. Thank you for
Thompson
joining
on
us.
video.
Roger Thompson was on the video. All the video from this afternoon and today will be up on our website tomorrow for all your on-demand viewing pleasure. Thank you all again for listening to us on Campus Nation. Rick, tell them good night.
Good night.